That car does not stop. That car doesn't stop. Hi, I'm Keller Glass. I'm the president of Citizens for a Thriving Windsor. I'm out here on this extremely cold February day. I wanted to talk about the roundabouts and how roundabouts work and how they might compare to a few of the crossings that we have in Windsor. So we're going to go out to Mansfield and take a look at one of the roundabouts on the Yukon campus. And then we're going to do a couple crossings here at Elm Street and up at Broad and Pequannock and see kind of how they compare with each other. So thanks for tagging along. As the name suggests, the Broad Street Traffic Calming and Pedestrian Safety Project is designed to reduce speeds along Broad Street and make the area safer for pedestrians. This road handles about 10,000 vehicle trips per day. 70% of those are through traffic and 30% of those are speeding. The width of the crosswalks and the speed that cars are going can make walking in Windsor Center a harrowing experience. Roundabouts improve safety for all users by slowing traffic down while minimizing wait times for pedestrians and drivers. One of the things you notice right away when you move through a roundabout is that everything is moving at a human scale. Cars rarely exceed 20 miles per hour, and drivers only need to pay attention to one thing at a time. First, any pedestrians, then merging into traffic, and then exiting the roundabout. At these speeds, pedestrians can easily hear the tires of cars come to a stop, and the furthest they ever have to cross is about 12 feet. Compare this to crossing Broad Street or Pequannock Avenue. You have to wait several minutes for a cross signal and then cross over 50 feet in 4 lanes of traffic, with vehicles entering the intersection to turn right on red. People talk about how we need these lights so that all the cars come to a stop on red. But that's not what happens. You can make a right on red, and when people make a right on red, they're looking left to make sure that they're not going to get hit by cars coming in the other direction, and they're not paying attention to pedestrians on their right. He's going to decide to go, he's looking left, he's not even looking for pedestrians on his right. If the pedestrian is traveling counterclockwise, then cars turning right on red are approaching them from behind, as happened in this example as I was trying to cross Broad Street. This is particularly dangerous as drivers looking to turn right on red are looking to their left to see cars entering the intersection and may not even look to see the pedestrian standing to their right. On green lights, cars approach the intersection at travel speed, which can easily exceed 40 miles per hour. And of course, that speed holds if they run a red light. At those kind of speeds, survivability for pedestrians is about 10%, so it's pretty rough. Conversely, walking through a roundabout in any direction feels much safer and is very simple. As a driver, you instinctively slow down as you approach a roundabout to about 15 or 20 miles per hour. You simply can't navigate a roundabout at 40 miles per hour without losing control and damaging your vehicle, so you slow down. At these speeds, you have much more reaction time to avoid collisions with pedestrians, and when collisions do occur, they happen at speeds that have a greater than 90% survivability for pedestrians. The other thing you notice when you go from lighted intersections to roundabouts is you're just not waiting as much. Drivers only need to stop when they yield to pedestrians or cars that are already in the roundabout, so there's just no sitting and waiting at red lights. You look around at pretty much any intersection, lighted intersection, and you're going to see cars just idling. And of course, if you're brave enough to try to cross as a pedestrian, you're going to have to spend some time waiting for a signal as well. This is what explains the apparent paradox of roundabouts. Cars move slower, but they spend less time getting where they're going. It's kind of obvious if you think about it. You're going to make better time if you're not standing still. In addition to the roundabouts, Broad Street will be reduced to 2 travel lanes with bump outs to reduce crosswalk distance for pedestrians. All right, so this is the Elm Street crossing. I think this is one of the most dangerous parts in Windsor, so I'm going to try crossing a few times and we'll see how things go. In the roundabouts, my friend could follow me through the intersection, but filming this was way too dangerous for him to safely step into the street while he was operating his camera. This guy doesn't see me. Nope, stop. All right, here we go. Stop, nope. Stop, nope. This is the stretch of road that students from Windsor High School and Sage Park Middle School have to cross to get to the library. I don't really know what else to say about it. This crossing is terrifying. Some people might be asking why I'm not using these flag thingies here. Frankly, I think if you're asking citizens to like wave down traffic, that's kind of a policy failure at that point to begin with. So people aren't going to need those with the new design because it's safe enough that people don't need them. So we're trying to do an apples to apples comparison. If you're just a normal person crossing the street, this is what it's like. Here we go. Waving the flag. Waving my flag. Thank you. All right, there, I used the flag. I have to say too, cars are getting bigger and drivers are getting more distracted. This isn't a problem that's just gonna go away. Pedestrian deaths are on the rise in the US, and it seems like a problem that's only gonna get worse unless we start to address the fundamental underlying infrastructure. Roundabouts, road diets, and other traffic calming measures create places where people feel safe and want to spend time, which creates a more vibrant community where locally owned businesses can thrive. Projects like this have rejuvenated main streets over and over again in the United States. The old drive and shop model is over for main streets. If we want a thriving retail environment in Windsor Center, we have to create a space that is pleasant to be in, and that means converting Broad Street from a glorified highway bypass into a streetscape where people feel comfortable spending time. This video was paid for by Citizens for a Thriving Windsor. We are supporting the Broad Street Safety Project because the evidence shows that bump outs and reducing travel lanes and roundabouts make town centers more livable and more vibrant. Please join us in supporting the Broad Street Traffic Calming and Pedestrian Safety Project on March 11th, 2025. Absentee ballots are available right now. Thank you.